Hello everyone. On this channel, I feel that information about what is happening in China is often not correctly conveyed to countries other than China, so I will be disseminating the information I have gathered in English. I'm getting information from multiple media, so I'd be happy if you could comment on the content of the video. Also, English is not my native language, so I use an AI speaker to create the voice to convey the information correctly. It's been a week since I posted a China-related news video. We managed to deliver in English using software, but I think there are inadequate points such as translation. If there are any mistakes in the translation, please let me know in the comments. This time, I would like to talk about some people who have deposited money in a bank in Hunan province but are unable to withdraw it. There was a video titled "I saved 1,500,000 yen, but I couldn't withdraw it." To tell you the story, on the recommendation of an acquaintance, I opened an account at the Yuzhouzen Minxing Village Bank in Hunan Province through the internet. It seems that they deposited 1,500,000 yen in the bank account they opened as a couple, which they had saved over several years. It's about 30 million yen in Japanese yen. This savings was my home fund, and it seems that I was thinking about buying an apartment when my child was born. However, about a month after depositing the money, I suddenly became unable to log into the bank's website. It seems that it is displayed as being under maintenance all the time, and it seems that it has become impossible to log in from a PC or a smartphone. Feeling suspicious, I called the bank, but they couldn't answer the phone either. It's natural to feel uneasy because you're entrusting all your assets. I contacted the acquaintance who introduced me, and had him go directly to the bank. When an acquaintance who received the call went to the bank, there was a long line and a bank run. A bank run is when people who have money in a bank gather to withdraw their savings. The bank's response is that it is open, but it is a reservation system. And when an acquaintance went to see it, it seems that at least 400 people were waiting. When the depositor heard about the situation from an acquaintance, he became impatient. It seems that even if you consult with the police, they will not accept it because it is not a crime. Next, I called the government office that supervises the bank, but it is said that the phone is inundated and cannot be reached. In the end, I couldn't do anything but gather information. As a result, I understood the background of the bank run. It seems that the president of a bank called Shuchong Agricultural Bank, which is bigger than the bank that made the deposit, caused a problem and was detained by the Chinese Communist Party. As a result, it seems that a bank run occurred at several banks under the umbrella of this big bank. The arrest of a bank head could be related to a major economic incident or embezzlement of deposits. It was thought that the bank might run out of money, which led to a massive bank run. Why did this person deposit money in a distant bank over the internet in the first place? Small banks in China collect money with higher interest rates than other banks. If the interest is the same, it is safer to deposit it in a large bank. In today's China, you can access local banks that you do not know well by using the internet. Even if you don't know the bank well, you will choose a bank with a high interest rate because it will be safe because it is a bank. It is natural that the financial condition of a small local bank is not well understood. In particular, China is vulnerable because there are many small capitalized banks that can operate even though they are small. Banks generally collect money and lend it out, so they don't have much cash. So there is a limit to the amount of money that can be returned in the event of a bank run. Since banks hold assets in the form of receivables, etc., they do not have cash. So, if there is a bank run, there is a possibility of bankruptcy if you do not get cash accommodation. The same can be said for the big banks. Banks are not structured to withstand bank runs. The Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, one of the 4 major banks in China, became a hot topic. One article said he received compensation from a property developer. That amount is 4.1 million yuan, or more than 80 million yen in Japanese yen. This person is from Ningbo, Zhejiang. Speaking of Ningbo, it is a city facing the sea, but because it is an economically developed land, the compensation must have been high. It's a lot of money, so I tried to deposit it in a big bank even if I had to deposit it in a bank. I had intended to deposit it in the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, one of the 4 major banks. However, when I went to withdraw the money 1 year after depositing it, I was told that I could not hand over the money. This person signed various documents when depositing. Instead of making a deposit, he was forced to sign a contract to buy financial products sold by the industrial and commercial bank. Selling financial products pays off for banks and bankers. So he made it look like he had made a deposit and made him buy a financial product. The financial product was a 1-year contract that could not be cancelled in the middle. After 1 year, it will continue for another year under the same conditions, so if you do not withdraw during a specific period, you will not be able to withdraw until the next maturity. Even major banks are doing business like this, so they ask you to look carefully before signing, but they don't understand and sign because they don't think a megabank will deceive them. Even in Japan, there are cases where elderly people do not understand that it is a megabank and do the procedures as they are told, so it may be common all over the world. It may be an era when you have to protect yourself by going to the counter with someone you trust when handling large sums of money. That's all for now. See you next time.